So I just built this whole campaign for this clothing brand with a laptop and an internet connection. No team, no models, just me and an idea that I wanted to execute or have as a brief. I'm gonna walk you through this whole AI workflow and how you can go from idea to execution in about a day. You've probably seen visuals like this, and all of these. And honestly, some of these look genuinely insane. The best AI campaigns I've seen aren't just a good prompt. They're built from things like references, art direction, editing, and knowing how to turn a random output into a good idea and one that actually makes sense. We'll be using today's sponsor Kittle, so let's go ahead and get locked in. We're going to be using this old project that we designed a while back with Kittle. If you want to watch the video, it's linked here. I'm going to go ahead and add in a new artboard, 1080 width, 1350 height. And then I'm going to scale this up about double. I'm going to add my mockups to this artboard. So building from this mockup alone, your goal is to build your model, their look, and their style. Let's go ahead and add in a new AI image artboard. So for this, I'm going to break down my prompt and how I utilize it. At the beginning of the prompt, I usually put start with using this reference image, create the following changes. Create a front and back lookbook image using the same model twice in one frame. The model should closely match a mixed race male, warm to medium skin tone, slim face, calm understated expression, relaxed editorial presence. He wears a plain black cuffless beanie with no folds/brim. Do not add glasses, no eyewear. So essentially this is you building your model. Let me just remove my note here. Show him in two positions, one front facing and one back facing. You want to keep the same body proportions. In this paragraph, you also want to add in your image references for the style. Beanie, hair, baggy indigo denim is what I want him to wear. You know, red belt with a silver buckle, slight sagging to show his boxers. Again, this will all make sense. And I want him to wear some sneakers. Again, this is you essentially building your style. Next, you want to reinforce that the AI model is using your images. So the front facing model wears the front print of the graphic, and then the back facing model wears the back print of the graphic, obviously. Reinforce this by adding do not swap, do not duplicate, mirror, or move the graphics. This is your core back to the mockup, so everything flows well. Lastly, you want to build in a custom look. Image should look like a soft direct flash, slightly overexposed, white studio background with a touch of washed colors, warm skin tones. I want a bit of lifted blacks, and then scans should be soft, so it has a little bit of texture. Again, this is the callback for your image direction and also the look of your image. We're gonna go ahead and press generate. Now, this is the image that it spit out for our actual model, and I think it's perfect. It matches the actual aesthetic that I'm going for. I quickly want to run you guys through why I chose ChatGPT Image 2 before we move forward. The reason being is it produces the best output for time per credit, if that makes sense. So this is the HD version of that same model. It's 70 seconds, but it's double the credits. Again, the images do look a slight bit nicer, but compared to this one, which is 15 credits per image, I don't think it's that much of a dramatic change. Now, this one is Nano Banana, which is a very popular model. The reason why I'm not using it is I just don't think it's worth it. Once you have this hero image and you're happy with it, granted, it might take some time, you can now start building your supporting images. These help sell the lifestyle/world around your product. Basically, who is the model and what do they do? This can be supported with different images in different environments, but for the look that I'm going and the art direction that I'm following, it makes sense to keep it in a studio environment. Let's go ahead and add another AI image artboard, and this is going to be the first supporting image that we generate. Basically, our model is going to be wearing headphones with an iPod attached to his hip or MP3 player. I'm going to go ahead and make another one. This one is more so like a personality shot, playing back on the punk grunge aesthetic. This guy's going to have his shirt off, holding the shirt. And this third one is just going to support the front of the t-shirt. Model was just holding the t-shirt. You can see them start loading in here. Again, all the prompts I'm going to leave up so you guys can copy them right here. As well as I'm going to add this actual project to my Kittle page, and it's going to be linked in the description. Once you sign up with Kittle, you can go ahead and use these and copy all these without having to, type these in manually. So this is our first supporting image, and I think it looks sick. It's on brand. It matches the whole studio tour aesthetic. Next one, he's holding the actual t-shirt. He's turned around. He's wearing a wife beater, and you can see the perfect consistency within the model. Last one, he just has himself holding the actual shirt in itself. For this one here, I would go in and manually add in our mockup to the actual shirt. So it's a little bit better than what the AI has spat out right here. The thing is, once you build a world like this, you could have different prompts playing on different poses. You can go ahead and have different supporting elements around those to build an actual world around your product. Again, you're trying to sell the lifestyle. So having different angles that you don't usually see would support that. Again, you can have as much or as little supporting images as you want, depending on the look that you're going for and how much you're trying to sell this concept. Next, we're going to go ahead and take these boring straight photography shots into an actual magazine style campaign. Let's have a quick look at some references. Usually you see a title calling out the brand, a little blurb / paragraph section that tells you about the concept, usually the artist. With this art direction, we're going to go ahead and build 3 images. 2 of them are going to be this campaign magazine posters, and the last one is going to be a banner style that you can use on your website. I'm going to go ahead and use this image here. So I'm going to go ahead and drop. If you haven't already, you know why I'm here. I'm here to tell you guys to go ahead and check out Kittl for you, yourself, or others, especially if you're trying to be more creative in 2026, whether you're building a design from ground up from scratch, using AI assisted design to help with your workflow, or just creating UGC content, because Kittl can do that now, which is insane. Also, once you sign up to Kittl, make sure you go follow me, because this whole project is going to be available for you to go add in your own mockups, change whatever settings you want. If you like this look and this art direction for your next campaign, you can do that all using Kittl. Let's go ahead and get logged back into the video. Down this little menu and press convert to image. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to drop down the photo filter. From here, I'm going to up the brightness by 1. I'm going to up the contrast by a whopping 15. I'm going to go ahead and take down the saturation by 10. I'm going to go ahead and add in some noise, about 6. And now you can see a difference between this washed out image and this one, which looks a little bit more editorial. From here, I'm going to go ahead and duplicate this image, just holding Alt as I drag across. From here, I'm going to go ahead and remove the background of this second image. And now this is where having a working file becomes important. Let's say you wanted to add a logo in here. Having the working file here is great, because then we can just go ahead and grab the actual logo for the brand and place it here. Now it looks crazy at the moment, but you're gonna have to trust the process as we work through this. Next, I'm gonna add in our actual blurb / text relating to the product. Hate Me Studio Design System t-shirt now for sale at our Tokyo store, only for a limited time. Again, this is just a bunch of nonsense. I'm going to put it through Google Translate, and I'm going to have a Japanese version. Firstly, let's focus on the English version, and let's copy that over back into Kittl. Now, if we click the text icon here, there's add paragraph. So we're going to add a paragraph, and we're going to paste it in here. And it's already the perfect sizing for us. We're going to go ahead and duplicate this, and we're going to go back and grab our actual Japanese translated version and paste it in. As you can see, this font doesn't support Japanese characters. But if you go into Kittl and you just type in Japan or Japanese, it's going to have supported fonts with Japanese characters in there, which is amazing. I think I'm going to use this one here, and I might drop down the actual font size to like 30. For this font, should we make this font the same just so we have a bit of consistency? Actually, I liked it before when it was this basic Roberto font. They have it in bold though. I think that might be cool. Perfect. Lastly, we can go ahead and grab the image that we cut out, and we can right click and bring this to the front. Let's go ahead and just line this up. And we turned a boring image like this into one that looks like it's meant for a brand system or campaign. You can add in as much or as little elements as you want. Let's say you wanted to add in the actual mockup for the back, you could do that as well. And I've seen this on a couple of posters. This looks sick too. We're gonna go ahead and do the exact same thing we just did, but for one of these images here. I think I might focus on the main hero image. So drop down, convert to image. You know the drill. Let's go ahead and edit the actual colors first. So photo filter, let's go ahead and duplicate this and then remove the background of that one. Let's go ahead and remove that background. And for this one, I think I might use this hate me text here. I'm gonna bring this and arrange, just bring it to front. Just wanna align it. Now, essentially we've created a mini campaign for this one t-shirt. I think having a mock-up like this in the slide would make perfect sense. Your goal is to essentially build consistency. So you can see that these all have a consistent look, studio image, nice clean photography. They all have the same color grade, which is important. I think we've essentially hit the nail on the head for the look that we're going for, especially looking back at our references for the art direction for this project. Build this, but on a larger scale for the banner. It's essentially the same process, but I think it looks cooler. Start by adding in a new artboard. For this artboard, we're gonna go 1920 for the width, 1080 for the height. So just HD resolution for like a video. And essentially we can grab our images that we've already cut out here and put them on this artboard. That looks fire. And I think we're gonna add in this one as well. Convert to image. We're gonna quickly add in our effects. I'm gonna go ahead and add our mockups to this as well, because it's basically selling the product. That's what we're trying to do. Let's go ahead and add in this back one as well. I wanna add this yellow circle from the actual graphic, and I wanna put it as what they're standing on, just so they're not floating in space because there's no shadows. So this would be essentially the banner for the top of your web page when loading into your product. And we've essentially created a full campaign from ground up. We've built a model, we've built a system around him based on the art direction. As always, you can go as crazy or as minimal as you want. I feel like this is the happy medium. You could also use this as a brief for a creative project. I think in the next video, we might build something from scratch without using AI, just to see if I still got it in me. I love you. I'll see you when I see you. Peace.